All right, so what we're going to do is with these Rival gloves, we are going to weigh each and every single glove and make sure that they surpass the 16-ounce limit. So that's going to be above 450 gram allowance. So let's weigh them in. So let's test these out. Firstly, we've got the RS1s right here. Let's test and see if they weigh. So they do surpass the 16-ounce limit. They are 495 grams. Let's check the RS80s. These ones surpass as well. These are 458. So these are a little bit lighter than them, but regardless, they do surpass to the 16-ounce limit, which is 450 grams. And lastly, we've got the RS11s. So beautiful. Okay, so out of all three, this is how the weight distribution goes. Let's weigh up the price points of each glove. So coming in at the cheapest is the RS80V. So these ones come in at $179. Then midpoint, we've got the RS1s. The RS1s come in at $299. So these are the ones with the lace ups as well. So with this one is midpoint $299. And then we also got the RS11s at $319. So these are the most expensive ones. So out of the three, this is the most expensive. This is mid tier. This is the cheapest. So let's get into the actual review of these Rival 16-ounce gloves. I reviewed the Green Hill gloves as well, but I can already tell that these are vastly different.
Better or just different?
Better. The quality feels a little bit better.
Recommendation for people is like low end is like because they for like $140 for their entry level glove, they last a while and they're comfy. Then when you go up the next tier without going to like winnings and stuff, these are the go-to.
So Rivals.
This is my recommendation to everyone.
All right, we have the R1 Ultras right here. So these, definitely from the review that I did before with the Green Hill videos, these are definitely way more better quality, okay? The wrist support feels really nice. The interior feels really nice and snug on my hands. The finger section is a good length. It's not too short and it's not too long where there's dead space. I'm not wearing wraps right now, but the only dead space is a little bit on the pinky section around here. If I had wraps or like a knuckle pad, that space will be filled and then there is no dead space on these. They are completely safe and secure. Yeah, again, the quality feels good. The thumbs feel snug. The thumbs are on the end directly. There's minimal space, dead space, but not a lot to the point where my thumb has a load of movement. It's very minimal. You've used Rival before, yeah?
I have these exact ones.
Exact ones, R1s? Now, what's your thoughts on these gloves? Be honest.
For sparring, they're the best.
They're the best?
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on lace-up gloves?
I don't really like them. I got the lace and loops, so yeah, because it takes too long tied up, and like when you go get a drink in between sparring, a bit of a
Effort.
Yeah, it's a bit of effort.
How long have you had your Rival gloves for?
A year now.
And do you feel like the wear and tear is good? Like, do you feel like the
bro, there's no wear and tear at all.
quality is good?
Yeah, like from here to like all the way here, there's nothing at all.
Okay, and you've heard it first from Moe, who's actually owned Rival gloves, and he is a what are you? What champion are you?
Victorian champ, bro.
I will say the shock absorbing on these when you make impact are delicious and nice. Okay, they are very, very aesthetically pleasing as well. All I'd say is on the wrist, like the Green Hill ones, the bend isn't as much. So for me, when I like to use my parries and stuff, I can't bend as much, but in one way that is good because it shows that it's got wrist support. I believe because of the structure of the glove, how it comes over the top on a 45, it gives you a little bit more of a straight wrist, whereas it doesn't give the so-called luxury of being able to bend that as much. So in actual fact, when I make a solid punch on direct impact, there's wrist support. So these RS1s so far, they're definitely bang for buck. I believe they are quality, and you heard it first from the Vama champ. The man's been using it for a year. The wear and tear isn't as bad. The quality upholds, so these are nice. I had to get someone else to take the glove off for me, which is a bit tedious for me. In particular, because say for example, I'm doing an MMA session, yeah? We mix up the gloves. We go from 16-ounce gloves to MMA gloves, and then sometimes we go no gloves for the pure grappling aspect. That's a bit of a tedious thing to do with the lace and loops. If you're purely boxing, I think it's okay. If you're just kickboxing, yeah, it can be good too. But if you're gonna change a lot and you're gonna use lace-ups during class, I wouldn't recommend it. If you're gonna do lace-ups during one-on-one pad work or just like heavy sparring, go hard. Lace-ups are a good choice. We also got Josh here, who also does kickboxing and more the juicy stuff. And he also owns a pair of Rival gloves. Now, what gloves are these?
These are the 16-ounce RS2V
Can I go for
Super
one
Sparring gloves.
So this is what this one looks like. It comes as a double strap. Now I was explaining to you before about how Rival has unique straps. This is double strap. So tell me about your thoughts on this.
So I love the padding in them. They've been really good. Unreal for sparring. The only issue I have, I don't know if it's because I have like larger hands, but they're really tight around the wrist area. So getting my like gloves on and off during like a pad session with the classes, it can be a bit tight and a bit tricky. And
if you go without wraps, is it okay?
I haven't worn them without wraps, but yeah, without wraps, they just slide
in.
But other than that, love the padding.
The double strap?
Yeah,
you like
so
that one?
Yeah, double strap like really secures it. You got one goes over and then the other one goes straight over the top.
Do that again one more time, please. I love how I just randomly feature you in the video, but this is mad.
So you got one strap that goes over, pulls it tight, and this one double again. And it also like keeps them, you know, without the Velcros coming off as much. And some gloves they kind of like come out a bit.
Yeah.
So hardly use them.
Nah, thank you for that. I appreciate that. So that's another option for you guys as well, the 2-strap as well. But again, for the price, be sure to head over to Maxmire and check it out there because they got the best deals. Probably not as good as Marketplace, but better than all the other retail stores out there. Yeah, so this one has a lot of dead space on the sides. So my pinky area has way more dead space, and the knuckle area on my index finger, so the left, the first finger, has also got a lot of dead space. These feel like a bunch of pillows. The good thing is you can be rest assured that they are 16-ounce gloves. That's a good thing at least. But if I had to choose between the two, I would definitely go for the other Rival gloves that I just tried out earlier. But yeah, again, this part here and this part here has a lot of dead space. This is like a big ass pillow. Feels like I'm punching with something big. But the protection is there. Now we have the RS11 gloves here. So the cool thing about this one is when you strap this up, similar to what Josh said about the 2-strap system, but it's not necessarily the 2-strap. It's got little wrist lock systems here that when you pull on it, it makes it a little bit snug. Now what's interesting is that I've got Onyx gloves and they've got a similar system that operates like this and it makes it a really snug fit. So I'm excited to try these out. But upon the Velcro, again, it's got that 2-strap right there. That's the uniqueness that I've seen. Other than that, it's also got the breathable fabric on the finger section here. And I will say these feel way more premium than those white ones. Sorry, than these white ones. These feel way more better. Again, this is probably the most expensive glove out of the batch, so that's our only catch-22. But let's see if they are worth the money, sorry. Let's see if they are worth the money. Okay, so the fingered section feels a little bit shorter. Let's try this strap system out. Oh, look at that. So when I go to pull on the glove, check this out, look. I go to pull, see how it makes it nice and tight and snug? So again, this is it really loose. Watch this section here. Boom, gets it nice and tight. That's a really nice system that they've implemented there. Okay, these definitely feel a little bit more premium than these other ones, that's for sure. Let me hit the bag a little bit with these bad boys, take them for a bit of a spin. The interior feels really nice. Wrist supports there again. Yeah, these are nice. Ooh, these are nice, god damn. Now that I'm hitting the fingered section, you know how I said it was short? It actually feels really nice. Nice and snug, not too small like I thought it was. Taking them on and off firstly is much more smoother and easier. Next, the only thing that I will mention is that there's a little bit of space in between the palm section here. Again, I'm not wearing wraps, but what I will say is when I punched, the shock system was nice. Okay, so what I meant by that is as I punched, it absorbed the strike and it wasn't irritating on my wrist. It actually was nice and compact. The glove itself is snug. I really like this as well. Upon trying all these out, feeling them out, I believe I have figured out which one is the best glove to go for out of these 3 options. Now you've also got Josh's glove as well, the 2-strap ones. Those are really nice as well. Pretty unique, but again, it's tedious putting them on and off, especially if you're going to do multiple sessions throughout a day. These come in at $179. They're good gloves. They do surpass the 16-ounce allowance, so if you do want to use them, but I definitely invest in going with the other 2 options. Now, these RS1s, surprisingly for me, these were my favorite gloves. These were the best feeling gloves for me. I really liked it. Quality is definitely there. This was the most snug fit out of all 3 gloves. There was no dead space in these, except a very minute amount. These RS1s, yeah, these RS1s for $299 would be my go-to only if they were Velcro. Let's say I'm gonna do my one-on-one pad session, definitely go with these RS1s. Now, I do believe that there are RS1 Velcro versions as well. I do recommend taking a look at Maxmire's website and seeing if that option is available. But these lace-up ones, only do that if you're gonna do one-on-one work with your coach or specific mitt work where it's not in a class structure where you're going to constantly be going from gloves to holding pads. That's going to be the only tedious, annoying thing. But for $2.99, these gloves, these are my favorite. RS11V, the thing that separated it for me from all the rest was this anti-lock system, this wrist strap here. I really like the addition because, again, Trevor Whitman is a man that's a magician when it comes to making gloves. And his Onyx gloves, he's got something similar to this. And the fact that Rival has these and offers that extra support on that pulling sensation to make sure that there's no dead space in the glove and the wrist is secure, I really, really commend them on this feature. If you had to choose out of these three gloves and you want something that's a little bit more efficient in terms of fast strap, secure, ready to go, not as much dead space, then go with these 319s. Okay, so $319 gloves. You guys want to go get yourself some Rival gloves? Again, the best store to get it from is Max Meyer. Has the store located in Cranbourne. They also have an online store for premium quality goods for really affordable pricing with my discount code on top of that. That makes it family friendly and very friendly for anyone. Be sure to use content at checkout for 10% off your order, okay? Aside from that, Max Meyer has a wide array of goods. They've got clothing, they've got coaching gear, whether you're a novice, a beginner, a seasoned amateur, or a pro, they've got everything that you need. So be sure to head over to Max Meyer, use my code content, and pick yourself up one of these Rival gloves, and tag me on your story and Max Meyer on your story. Send me a photo because I want to see which gloves that you guys get, all right? I really hope this video helped you out. Rival, I hope this has helped you out too. Be sure to like, subscribe, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Yes.